What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, looking at a brand new card from Code of the Duelist. This is the Immortal Hermit of Thunder, and I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, this card is gimmicky as hell, but I still like it anyway. And to me, this is good gimmicky. This is practical gimmicky, and there's a bunch of reasons why I like this card outside of its effect. Obviously, there's a lot of nostalgia going on. If you guys are not OG players, if you're not like super old and familiar with the original sets, then you're probably not gonna instantly recognize this. But this is the Immortal of Thunder. This is the same guy as this right here. Same exact dude. Obviously, he's just a little more fucking radical now. And I love his artwork as well. I feel like he's trying desperately as a very old man to try and like rekindle a relationship with like his 15-year-old grandson, because they talk and they have barely, and, you know, they have like nothing in fucking common. And, you know, he tried to have conversations about baseball and his grandson's like, baseball's boring, papa. So, you know, he's like, come on, Billy, I can be cool. Let's rock out. Let's play that Facebook Xbox thing that you like to play. And, you know, it feels like he's trying so hard to be young, because I remember the old original artwork, and let's be real, guys, he looks senile on this card. This is basically what Norden is going to be in about 10 years, when Norden goes out to sea and he gets lost and he's basically just stranded on an island. This is Norden. He's a senile old man who's going to be like, I remember when I was the best fusion in Yu-Gi-Oh! I tell you, I was the most powerful. You better believe me. Like, this is a senile old man. And this is a man who's at least regained his sanity, and he's trying to impress his old grandson. I feel like there is a very interesting story in these two cards. Maybe they'll explain it in the Master Guide. But, I mean, he's got his mojo back. So, you know, there's that. And I like the fact that they've pretty much stayed true to the old Immortal of Thunder's effect. Again, if you guys are not familiar with this card, it's fine. It's from Metal Raiders, like the second booster sets. I mean, this card came out before even I was playing. So you're talking 2002. This came out, I think, a few months before I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! But anyways, let's look at the new one. It is 2700, 2400, great stat line, level 7, light, has to be Thunder attribute because Thunder is in the name. So, you know, you gotta be the Immortal of Thunder. It says you can special summon this card from your hand by paying 3,000 life points. I know a lot of people are going to already check out on this card and say, nope, Cap, nope, not doing it. For starters, if you know about the old card, you should have known that 3,000 life points was going to be somewhere in this card, because the old one was basically that. It was a flip effect that when it was flipped, you gained 3,000, and then when it left the field, you lost like 5,000. It was a terrible card, because obviously there was no exceeding in 2002. That wouldn't be, you know, for a decade later. But hold on, let me finish. Dang it, let me finish, and we will get to the other half of the effect. If this card summoned this way is destroyed by an opponent's card, battle, or card effect, while its owner controls it, gain 5,000 life points. There we go. That is so practical. What I'm looking at this in, especially if you're playing this in a pendulum deck, a deck like Pendulum Magicians or maybe Metaphors, I'm not sure it would work that well on Metaphors. Usually Metaphors want cards that they can blow up themselves and they can kind of get advantage. But if you're playing this in a Pendulum deck where not only can you special summon it from your hand with its effect, but if you're too low, you could just Pendulum summon it. This is really not that bad. This dude can put out a lot of offense, but when he dies, you gain 5,000 life points. It's basically the reverse of the old effect, and this one makes way more sense because you'll end up netting 2,000 life points. Yes, it is obviously a risk, because if he gets kaiju, you're probably just going to cry because you gave up 3,000 life points for nothing. But I think that the card is gimmicky, and I think that it's just supposed to be fun. I don't think that it's supposed to be a highly competitive card, but I think that it does have practical applications. You summon it and you constantly attack with it, and you cross your fingers and pray to God that your opponent has to like trident it or like mirror force it or something like that. I kind of wish that it didn't have to be in its owner's possession. I wish that just any time it was like special summoned, or anytime, I kind of wish that anytime it was destroyed, it would gain the anytime that it was destroyed, it would gain 5,000 life points, because then if you special summoned it and your opponent solemned it, then you would actually gain the 5,000, or you could like blow it up with a Metaphors card and you'd instantly gain a net of like 2,000 life points. But I don't know, I like this card. I like everything about it. It's not always about how competitive a card is. Sometimes it's about like staying true to a 15-year-old version of yourself. I mean, keep in mind, again, this is the same exact guy, and I like the fact that Konami made the effect very similar to the old effect. They just kind of made it a better card in every sense of the of the word. So anyways, what do you guys think of this card? I wish that they would do more stuff like this. Take cards from the really old sets, from some of the original like Duel Monsters era sets, and make newer versions of them, but ones that still kind of feel like the classics. So I kind of like this card. Anyways, what do you guys think? Leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already.